following a couple of community members on their journey to legend. Last week we caught up with Bash World in the city. This week we reached out to King Jordan 2K to see how he's doing in the neighborhood. And we decided to invite him to help us get...
A look from before as the Clippers made their way to the locker room, hoping to put on a show for their fans here tonight. You're looking live and down at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles, California. The setting for our broadcast tonight. A Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone. And tonight, our matchup. You'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Los Angeles Clippers here at the Staples Center. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has shown over the years that he remains one of the most versatile stars in the league. He said, I pride myself on being effective on both ends. I try to do it all, play the right way, and just get lost in the game. I'll do everything I can to win. And guys, there's still not much he can't do with his combination of size and athleticism.
David, he clearly is a special talent, and his resume shows. Thank you. Some talent for sure in the backcourt tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across from another top-level guard?
No, it always raises the stakes, and you want to rise to that challenge. But in the end, it all comes back to winning as a team.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. And in at the forward positions, Hunter and Collins. Get out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the center position. And for the Clippers, the guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Leonard and Morris are up in the forward positions. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. Now, here is Young. Pass to Capella. Outside Collins. This is to Young. There's the pass to the kid. And it's sent back by George. And he stays with it. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And here is Los Angeles now. Jackson. Pass to George. Fires the 3. The Clippers keep it alive. And here is Zubac. Count it from 12.
First point of the night, and you know this is going to be a battle of matchups.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. That one goes in.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Outside Leonard. He kicks it to Jackson. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
Here's the kid. This game 26 points.
And Capella has run pick and rolls so many times, adept at knowing where to cut after the screen.
George with the ball and guarded by Capella. Leonard against Hunter. Leonard the pass to Zubac. Outside for Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. Second shot opportunity, and it's Zubac lays it in. Zubac has got his second bucket.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Young, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Reggie Jackson.
The quickness, the change of pace with the dribble. Young, so difficult to stop without fouling.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And so Young nails them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Here's Jackson. Zubac's trying to break loose, and Jackson gets it to go.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Capella, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And, you know, they played a terrific all-around game. The effort level was there as well as the production.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it was hard to imagine them being much better at the offensive end. They were so efficient in almost every aspect.
That's his first.
And there was a slight panic in L.A. when Kawhi opted out of his deal.
At the line
It quickly went away as Kawhi signed a new one with the Clippers. The Clippers can build knowing Kawhi is in it for the long haul. Always nice to know you have a star that you can win with.
And the first one drops. For the teams that are clearly rebuilding, Greg, should they simply play the young guns no matter what, or should they make them earn their minutes?
I think there should be a combination, and as long as guys are pros and really approaching the game the right way, you want to give them an opportunity to grow, and also it gives you a chance to evaluate.
And Doris, when you think of players that can turn it on for the playoffs, Kawhi Leonard certainly one of them.
I think Kawhi, because of his history as an NBA champion, understands how different the playoffs are. There's a different level of physicality, a different level of pressure, and you have to be able to rise and meet that moment, and boy, Kawhi has.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. George looking over the floor. Banked in off the glass.
Paul George has excellent instincts in the paint. This guy has the size, the touch, complete offensive player.
The Hawks trailing. Young pass to Capella. Here's the kid. To the middle. Here's Collins. He goes right over Marcus Morris and slams it down.
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
Now here's Leonard. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Yep, that one goes.
They've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Capella at the elbow. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his first personal foul.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
You've got to like the consistency with which they're hitting that mid-range jumper.
They've also made their mark in the paint. A lot of their scoring coming down low so far.
The first one falls.
And the defense Capella provides is huge. I mean, a legitimate shot blocking threat who also rebounds the ball at an efficient rate.
All free throws good from Capella. Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's George. Again, Los Angeles.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Outside Collins. Hawks passing it around. To the paint. Here's Capella. Score the basket. His fourth. He's only missed one of his 5 shots tonight.
Off to a fantastic start. He's 4 for 5. Watch out.
Now, here's George. Not a lot of room. Zubac. And Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor. Has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Hey guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And this matchup with the Hawks, it's their first meeting of the season.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. 2 teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
Here's George. He's got 6. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. And it's 8 points for George. Passes it to the kid. Kicks it to Capella. The pass to the kid. And here is Hunter. Just 5 to shoot. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. The 3 ball. Atlanta now working with a new shot clock. Shot by Collins, no good.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 2. Here's Young. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. That one on Collins.
You can see the kind of savvy Kawhi Leonard plays with. This guy makes the defense commit and gets himself to the foul line.
This is his 2nd trip to the free throw line.
2 shots.
Shoot 2. Free throw good from Leonard.
This guy turned himself into one of the league's top talents. Kawhi Leonard continues to be a dominant 2-way force.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Atlanta. All free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Capella. Ibaka with some nice D.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
And he breaks out the tomahawk. No softer finish there. Pure power.
We can feel that one all the way over here. Here's Young. After the basket by Los Angeles. The kid passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Hey guys, when Capella's playing like this, it's an added bonus. Love seeing him catch fire.
Clippers leading by 4. Leonard on the wing. Over Bogdanovich. Leonard, no luck. For Atlanta, they've gone 8 of 15 for the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Leonard, no good. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Jackson. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Jackson's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Passes to the kid. Back to Capella. Paul George grabs the miss. To the inside. And Ibaka slams it in.
Paul George is such a solid all-around player. This guy can score at an elite level, and he passes it well, too.
And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And we all know what George brings offensively, but it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
A different look for the Clippers. Mann's checked in for Marcus Morris. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Jackson. Gallinari, he's checked in for the Hawks. And with Paul George in his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Well, they're not behind because of this guy. He is putting on a tremendous run.
Here's Leonard. Some solid defense from Gallinari.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Now here's Leonard. Really played well against Memphis in his last outing.
Because Kawhi Leonard has such a well-rounded offensive game, it's easy for him to put the defense in a bad position, draws contact there.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
Kawhi Leonard for
Shooting 2.
At the line for 2.
Free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, and early on doing a really nice job at the free throw line.
And the pass to the kid. Back to Young. Gallinari on the wing. He feeds it to Capella. Pass to the kid. Capella kicks to Young. Passes it to the kid. Down low, here's Gallinari, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, let's remember, at 6'10", Gallinari is a threat from that distance. My goodness.
Outside Leonard. Gallinari with the rebound.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Shots good from Young.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's George, following the basket by Trae Young. Fires from the line. Gallinari with the rebound. And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 2, and they pick up 2.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
And here are the Clippers now. After the basket by Bogdan Bogdanovic. And it's good for two.
Boy, finishes close in. Eric Bledsoe plays bigger than that 6'1" frame would suggest.
Here's Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Out to Gallinari. The kid passes to Gallinari. And the kid picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Paul George. And a switch here also for Atlanta. Williams, he's checked in for Trae Young. Inside, here's Ibaka, and Capella sends it back. And there's the pass to the kid. To the wing right side. Capella, the pass to Williams. Gallinari with it. Eric Bledsoe covering. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
This guy is a perennial all-defensive team member. The wingspan, a problem for offensive players.
Here's Kennard. Los Angeles with another miss.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
Here's the kid. Drops in the tray. The kid's got 5 men.
Over the taller defender. This is why you have to stay connected to shooters on the perimeter.
Today's player is not intimidated by size. You even give them a sliver of a window, and they're going to make that shot. Boy, at some point, you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
Bledsoe for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Clint Capella has been leading the charge for Atlanta. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. This has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
And what passing we've seen from this group already, too. They could put up a big number in the assist column by the end of this one.
So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Bledsoe. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Older.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Lakers was phenomenal. He picked up 26 points, and he did what he does best. He shared the ball and looked to get his guys going throughout the game. A terrific all-around game for him. He really put an effort to fill it up out there and make a difference for his team. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the report, D.A. Great, phenomenal effort by him in that last game.
He willed the team to victory through his talent and through that competitiveness.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Throw good, Lou Williams. All right, Greg, you're a lefty. You're on the call tonight. Here we are courtside. Who do you think is the best left-handed player currently in the NBA?
Oh, it's the beer.
Coming onto the floor for the
Substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Ibaka. Leonard comes in for Mann. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Eric Bledsoe. The kid passes to Hunter. Unable to get that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Counted, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 3 in the basket from Jackson.
He uses the threat of his drive to open up looks for him offensively. Jackson is one smart cookie.
Young, sweet little floater.
Trae Young.
Young's got 8 here in the quarter.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Here's George. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to the kid. And it's sent back by George.
Well, this is what makes Paul George special. Elite two-way plays. And that send-it back lock sends a message to the offense. I'm here tonight, folks.
No good from Zubac.
I'll tell you, a rough quarter for him, and that puts so much pressure on the guys around him.
Here's the kid, guarded by Jackson. Here's Hunter, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
The assist.
And it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
Awesome concentration there. When Hunter's committed to scoring, he's hard to stop.
George, double team. Clippers moving the ball around. Leonard looking over the floor. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Leonard's got 8 points.
Well, the offensive effort pays off for Kawhi Leonard. Right now, getting the defense into the mid-range area and then rise and fire.
And Young with the basket on the assist from Capella. Young's got the lead up to 7 now for the Hawks. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. An easy 2 points on the way. He's got 10.
Now, this is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
And the dunk by Capella.
And this is the chemistry Capella has with his guys. Exceptional at feeling when to go for alley-oops.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Jackson passes to Zubac. And stolen by Hunter. Bounce pass, Bogdanovich. Down low. And it's Hunter with the jam.
And boy, when Hunter's aggressive, good things seem to happen for him and his team.
We've got 1:13 left to play in the first half. Jackson passes to Zubac. He kicks to George. Outside Leonard. Pass to George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And that has got to help the morale of this team. Let's see if that sets up a run here.
Here's the kid. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And George with the stuff.
And plays like that demonstrate Paul George's athletic ability. He's not just an elite scorer, he is a high flyer.
Here's Capella. Passes it to the kid. Back to Capella. 5 to shoot. To the inside. And the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Outside, George, 13 feet away. That will count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. Back right after this. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. Clint Capella has been sensational.
What a welcome surprise that first half. Went above and beyond his usual scoring output.
A huge bonus. Boy, when he's contributing like this, it makes everything easier for his team.
On the court for Atlanta, Collins and Capella make up the inside pair. Young is out there with the kid, and it's Hunter in at the three. Young outside. Now the pass to the kid. And it's sent back by George. Left side Jackson. The tray. Rebound Atlanta. Indoors, we know that Paul George has always been a solid passer, but his assist numbers have been trending up.
Yeah, he's been willing of late to take on more playmaking responsibilities. The skill set was there. It's just early in his career, they needed him to be the lead scorer. Now you're talking about a guy you've got to game plan against as a scorer and as a passer.
The three from George. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
Well, Paul George is excellent both defensively and offensively. You want to talk about 3 and D? He's got both.
Back to Capella. And he lays it straight in. Capella's got 22 points.
Number 64.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible. And boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Sure. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his first.
That's on Clint Capella.
See, I don't think you could teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
The Clippers have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes. Throw good, Paul George.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
And both free throws good for Paul George. The Hawks leading by 7. To the middle. And the dunk by Capella.
Such an instinctual player. Young often sees the opportunity before anyone else.
Clippers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Jackson against Young. Outside, George. Takes it from 10. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th assist in this one.
Just doing what he can. He's competing and he's converting.
And he has really kept them in this one. The high effort level. Now the rest of the team has got to step up.
And it's sent back by George. Hunter against Jackson. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
To the paint. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's the kid. He's got 8. And the dunk by Capella.
It doesn't get any easier than this. Capella's work ethic is what allows him to get those dunks.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there. And really a tough break for the D.
And the Clippers making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. And the Hawks making a change here as well. Gallinari's checked in. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Here's George, and George with the stop.
Well, Paul George has been cooking all night. The defense has nothing for him right now.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Outside, George. Back to Bledsoe. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. And he uses the glass on the lane. That's now 8 points for Marcus Morris.
Well, just an easy move, all set up by the passing instincts of Eric Bledsoe.
And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, and he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Clippers trailed by 7. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi Leonard keeps it simple. He says, I'm trying to be the best player I can be. I'm happy with what I've done in my career, and I'm just going to keep on from there. It's not about being famous. It's about playing basketball and having fun on the floor. Well, he is famous, Kevin, and he remains focused on the court.
Agreed, David. It has served him well. Thank you. Pass to the kid. Clock at 6. Shoots the 3. Bangs home the trifecta. The kid's got 11.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
And the Clippers call time here. Clint Capella really making a difference here.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy's scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
Come on, get loud for your Clippers. Barry.
Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Man comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. Atlanta also making some changes here. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Collins. And it's Williams in for Young. Leonard inside. Gallinari on him. The Hawks leading by 8. This is it to the kid. Back to Gallinari. The pass to the kid. Here's Huerter. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Takes the 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc. 2 in each half, making an impact.
Gallinari against Bledsoe. Outside Leonard. Jacks up a 3. And they'll get another chance. Here's Kennard. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The kid passes to Capella. Eric Bledsoe with the rebound. Clippers trailed by 9. Inside. Here's Leonard. And he converts the layup. And 12 points for Leonard.
Well, the strength of Kawhi Leonard's game is in the painted area. He is so consistent as a finisher.
No good from the kid.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Leonard against Capella. Gallinari with the steal. Now the Hawks moving it the other way. Ahead. And another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Bledsoe looking it over. Ibaka, the pass to Man. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. And it's Ibaka getting it to go.
Well, Serge Ibaka has really worked on his frame since he entered the NBA. He is someone who can power his way through contact.
Hunter, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
They had a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
You know, another thing I've noticed is how many of their baskets are coming off assists. Great ball movement for them all day.
Clippers trailed by 10. Outside Leonard. And oh, the block shot crabs it out of the air.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
And it's sent back by Leonard.
Well, the instincts of Kawhi Leonard on the defensive end are so pure. Send it back Kawhi.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. 14 points for Leonard.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Bledsoe against Williams. Pass to Herter. Just 5 on the clock. Pulls up, high post, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Herter's got 7 points in the game.
And even with the big...
He's making some changes here. Outside, George. And again, no good by the Clippers. Fast break, the Hawks. The kid passes to Young with 2 seconds left. That shot misses. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Hawks ahead, up 6. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for the Clippers right now, the guard spots filled by Jackson and George. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. Pass to the kid. With the drive, uses the glass to finish the layup. The Kids got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Hawks. Passes it to Zubats. Kicks to George. Outside Williams. It's George on the wing. Rebounded by the Hawks. Hunter's got his fourth rebound in this one. Young drives in. Off target from the baseline. Clippers trail by 8. Outside Jackson. Back to George. Takes it inside. Makes it off the glass. George has got 16 points here in the second half.
He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
Here's the kid, defended by George. To the middle, here's Hunter. Nice pass, right into the rack perfectly for the layup.
Number 64.
And the Hawks lead by 8.
With a number of moves and shots to choose from, Hunter is scary. Nice bucket there.
Jackson down low. He's guarded by Collins. Jackson misses. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Young. The Clippers grab the miss. George has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Count it. George has got 36.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled in keeping his composure under pressure.
Here's the kid, defended by George. The kid passes to Collins. Excellent D there from George. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Outside Jackson. To the inside. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Hawks. Capella's checked in. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Young passes to Capella. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Great initiative from Capella there, seeing an opportunity to score and getting the D to act.
Shooting for Atlanta, Clint Capella, shooting 2.
Shooting 2. And that one misses. So he can't get either to fall. Clippers trail by 6. Left side, George. The shot, no good. And Atlanta will come the other way. Lobbed up there for Collins. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
Jackson dishes to George. Los Angeles with another miss. The Hawks leading by 8. Young outside. And the official signal a backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Jackson passes to Zubac. Back to Jackson. Down low. Young with the steal. Here's the kid, defended by George. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's the kid. Shot clock at 5. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Clock is at 3. No good on the quick 3. Clippers trail by 8. Jackson down low. He's against Young. Jackson misses.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Hunter for 3. Another possession. Another assist. dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
And the Clippers call time here.
Who wants a t-shirt?
Update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
Thank you, David. Here's Leonard. Zubac trying to break loose. And the dunk by Zubac.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And defenders have to be mindful of Capella. His length and strength can be a problem down low.
Leonard against Hunter. Leonard the pass to Zubac. They get it back. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. Zubac has got 4 points this quarter.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
Stolen by George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
A really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Young. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Reggie Jackson.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And so Young nails them both. Clippers trail by 11. George with the ball. From downtown, and Marcus Morris good for 3.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
To the left wing. Here's the kid, defended by George. The kid passes to Collins. And finished off by Collins.
This is as easy as it gets for Collins. Once he establishes position, the defense is toast.
LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Here's George. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him out there. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Team foul. At the line for your Clippers. At the charity stripe, Paul George. 1 shot.
That free throw good from George. Atlanta leading by 7. Young looking it over. In the corner, it's Hunter. Here's the kid, defended by George. Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Clippers have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Outside, George. again, Los Angeles.
Well, you can tell that Mr. Morris doesn't lack for confidence. This guy is ready to shoot as soon as it touches his hands.
Young passes to the kid. Driving inside. That one drops for him. The kid's got 4 points in the quarter.
Maintained his concentration beautifully as he double-clutched and laid it in against some tight D.
Here's Jackson. It's stolen by Capella. Fast break for Hawks. Hawks passing it around. To the inside. And finished off by Collins.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Jackson drives in, and it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Third team foul. At the line now for the Hawks, Clint Capella, shooting 2.
Shooting 2. And he can't get the first one. And last season, All-Stars Greg missing 19% of their available games. With the shortened off seasons, are you concerned about the toll it takes?
You are, but this offseason maybe not as painfully short as the last one. And in these tough times, some sacrifices are made, no doubt. Health, perhaps, one of the biggest.
He doesn't get the second one. Clippers trailed by 11. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Ibaka with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. 6 on the shot clock. Jackson passes to Ibaka. Over Young. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist by Jackson. Ibaka's got 9 points now in just the second half. The pass to the kid. Hunter on the wing. Lobbed up there for Collins. Stolen by George. And now running up the court. Leonard pushing it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. The kid passes to Capella. No good off the back of the rim. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And oh, he jams it right over Clint Capella. Wow.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Stolen by Jackson. In the corner, George with it. Floats one up.
2 points.
It's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Atlanta calls timeout.
And looking to stop this run and get back on track.
Really needs to settle his guys down right now and get them refocused.
And now let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
Pass to Capella. Here's the kid, defended by George. Over to the left wing. Pass to the kid. To the middle. Second chance shot. And it's Capella missing. Clippers trailed by 5. And George kicks to Jackson. It's up a three. George, no good.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Here's Capella. Serge Ibaka with the rebound. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Outside Leonard. And George, here we go. Here's the kid. A minute 42 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Collins, good.
That's 2 tough points from Collins. Willing to mix it up down low.
And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 7. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Left here in the fourth quarter. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. There's 1:38 left to play in the final quarter. Young against Jackson. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hawks lead by 9.
Wow, what a finish. That's why Capella takes the big bucks. Clint can control the area around the rim as good as anyone.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Trying to get open as Ibaka. And it's good off the back rim and in. Leonard's got 24 points. Here's the kid, defended by George. Young outside. The Hawks working the ball around. The kid passes to Young. Over Ibaka. Young's shot is off.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
And George with the stuff.
Paul George is locked in right now. Big-time shots demonstrate his elite level in the NBA.
Pass it to the kid. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot by Collins, no good.
And the timing's just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Jackson misses. And that's an intentional foul.
Kawhi Leonard. That's his first personal foul. Fourth team foul.
We got 22 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his third personal foul. Fifth team foul. At the line now for the Hawks. Trae Young. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line. It's a 7-point game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
And the Clippers call time here. They're down by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
Now he's the lineup for the Hawks.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Good. And now they trail by just 4.
And Luke Kennard says, pressure. What pressure? I can deliver right now.
Atlanta calls timeout.
All right.
They're ahead by 4. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. 19 seconds left in the game.
Foul.
They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
That's
You
his
have to
second personal
foul, but I'm
foul.
sure they would have
Team
liked
is
to
in the
foul
penalty.
someone different.
Shooting for Atlanta, Trey Young at the line for two.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game. 17 seconds left in the fourth. Leonard, that's for 2. Rebound, Atlanta. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Atlanta.
And so they foul intentionally.
Paul George. That's his second personal foul. At the line now for the Hawks, number 64, shooting
Take a break.
2.
Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Here's Preston.
See the quick reflexes up the line, right? Twice on the pipes.
And so it's Atlanta with the W. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
I've heard from some of you on social media that I need to apologize to MP. He's in the running for an all-star spot. That's great. Congrats. He's had a nice little streak, but can he keep it up? There's a lot of guys who had a nice little streak in the league. Can MP do it over the course of an entire season, over multiple seasons, in the playoffs? That's the real test. Until MP does that, I don't think I owe him squat. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Guess we'll find out.